You are entering a location next to a designated zone across the street from an area called time, space, and alternate reality. You may find yourself asking questions like, where did he acquire such a cool power-up? How do I get to that secret bonus level? And when will they release a new nifty hat for me? There are many of these questions, and we will do our best to answer as many of them as we can, as Aperture Gaming is proud to present the DLC Zone. Greetings, fellow test subjects. Test subject 1337 here for Aperture Gaming. They make it, we test it, you play it. And welcome to a very incredibly late edition of the DLC Zone. I apologize for how long it took for this one to get up, but things have been a little complicated and tricky in the real world, so they say. But anyway, today's episode of the DLC Zone, we review Assassin's Creed Chronicles China. This was the first of 3 DLCs that's being released by Ubisoft after, now I think it's being released for free if you bought like a season pass for Assassin's Creed Unity. I think it's being released for free for DLC if you bought for it because of the issues that happened at the launch of the game. The game takes place a little bit after 1524. I think that's when. This is the end of the Renaissance period for Ezio Auditore, and we get to focus on an assassin from China, Xiao Jun. Xiao Jun. I apologize if I'm butchering the name. She's the female assassin that if you saw like the animated short after the Assassin's Creed Ezio saga, it was a pretty good animated short. So anyway, she returns to China to find out that the Templars have taken over, and using China, and things have gone pretty bad there in China. You play as, and here's what, it's an interesting game because it's not a full 3D world assassin like Assassin's Creed is, but it's like it's part side scroller and there is some 3D aspects which are pretty interesting. All right, so like here's what, you're walking on one plane and then you see like a path that leads towards the screen, a path that leads away to the screen. So while you are side-scrolling back and forth, you can go towards the foreground or the background, and based on where you are, enemies can or can't see you. And like if you can hide in the shadows, and based on how you move and how much sound you make. So while it retains a lot of stuff from the Assassin's Creed series, it's pretty interesting to see it as a 2D side-scroller. Let's see, you have like a hidden blade in your shoe, you have a rope dart, you have your sword. And here's what, the game, based on segments of how you play through a level, you are either rewarded as a brute because you go through and you fight everyone and everything, and you're like, I don't care if I'm seen, I want to fight, hack and slash. There's the Assassin Award for if you can get through the game, get through the section without being seen, but you have to have killed a couple of people. And then there's the Shadow Assassin Award, where you can get through the objective without being seen and without having to kill anyone. It's pretty interesting, a little grading system. As you progress through each part of the story, you unlock stuff like more health for yourself. You can unlock distraction darts, which will have the enemy look over one way. You can whistle, and that'll bring them towards you. You can have knives that cut down ropes, so you can swing across something or walk across something. Let's see. Yeah, it's really great. I am thoroughly enjoying this, and I'm looking forward to the upcoming 2 more sequels, which will also take place in the Assassin's Creed universe. I think one is tied in with like the Russian or German comic that came out a while back, and I'm a little fuzzy on what the third one is. Yeah, it's pretty great. So, like you have your normal guards. You have guards that have shields that can take a hit if you get into combat. There's guards with crossbows. There's guards that can see in the dark, so you can't hide in those spaces because they'll find you. Yeah, the game throws in elements, so it's not just an easy, straightforward play. Like as you go on, it builds up more and more guards and the amount and what their specialties are. So, like you can't just do the same trick every time. I like that because you don't just have the same regular guy. You have regulars, you have brutes, you have distance guys, you have seekers. So I like that. It mixes things up. There's also security, like dogs that bark when you get close to their cage, or birds that chirp if you run by them really fast. And then like there's the elements with how you move in the background or move in the foreground to not be detected. I like this. This is a really good game. So it offers you the playstyle of stealth assassination, or run hacky slash. So it's pretty great. I like the variety it offers. Yeah, so we here at Aperture Gaming, for the DLC zone, we give the first part of Assassin's Creed Chronicles China, we give it a solid 9 out of 10. It's really good, and I wonder how the Russian / Germany one, and I think the last one is like Istanbul, Constantinople, maybe, or India. It's one of those. Yeah, I look forward to seeing how these other two will play out, how different characters, different styles, and different times will be affected. And I wonder if these will play into any other factors for future games. And let's see. I wonder, will this eventually lead to like to each one of these getting their own full-scale game? Because I think I've heard people want like a feudal Japan. So while we get China in some sense, it's not a full China game. Though I think it would be interesting to go to Assassin's to play the full 3-dimensional world in China. Well, that's all the time we have, so until next time, this has been Test Subject 1337 saying thank you for watching, and this has been the DLC Zone.